Greetings, citizens of Chima. This is Pandor, or the Eternian Jedi, with a new Chima video. In this video, I will be going over some vehicles and locations that we never got as sets. So if you guys remember, a while back, I did a video on characters that appear in the show that we never got in minifigure form, and I did promise that I'd do a part 2 for vehicles and locations, and for the locations, basically, like playsets that we could have gotten. So I do apologize for the long wait. I know that video was quite a while back, but yeah, here I am. I'm very excited to be doing this video, so I hope you guys enjoy. And I do want to let you know I do have a sneak peek at the end of the video for an upcoming mock that I will be revealing, so stay tuned for that. So of course, the land of Chima is breathtaking, and there are some beautiful locations. And as far as locations go, I think the one that I really should start off with for this video is, of course, Mount Cavora. Mount Cavora is the heart of Chima, quite literally, because it is in the center of the floating island of Chima. It's where the chi comes from. It's the source of energy for all the tribes. So yeah, it kind of surprises me that we never got Mount Cavora. Technically, we did in the Chima Lego board game, but it's such a miniature version that it hardly counts. I kind of understand why we didn't get Mount Cavora, however, because, it's basically just a mound of earth. It's like part of a mountain that just erupted into the sky. But of course, if you just take into consideration how important it is to the Chima lore, it does make you wonder why we never got it as a set. I guess Lego just couldn't decide on how to make it because, were they going to make it to scale with the Lion Chi Temple set, or would they make it bigger than the Chi Temple? I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't release that set or come up with that set because they couldn't decide on what size it would be. I'm guessing that's probably what happened. But either way, getting a Mount Cavora set would have been incredible, and it's definitely a shame we didn't get one. Of course, there are some nice mocks out there, most notably Tumble. Tumble made a pretty cool Mount Cavora mock, which he submitted to LEGO Ideas. But yeah, Mount Cavora is definitely a missed opportunity, in my opinion. Next on the list, we have the Eagle Spires. Now, technically, LEGO did give us a rendition of the Eagle Spires. It was called the Eagle Castle, and it was one of the Spires sets, but it's a very weak set, and it is regarded as one of the worst Chima sets by fans. Rightfully so, because, it's a very poor representation of the Eagle Castle. So it would have been very nice to get at least the main Eagle Spire. Fangar did a really nice mock of it. But yeah, unfortunately, LEGO never gave us a proper playset for the Eagle, the Eagle's main location. So yeah, that one is definitely a shame. Next entry on this list is going to be the main Phoenix Temple, or the Phoenix City that sits atop Mount Cavora. So obviously this is not to be confused with the Flying Phoenix Temple, which we did get a set of, but as much as I love that set, it's more of a vehicle. It doesn't really count as a playset, even though the whole point of the set is that it kind of offers both the playset and vehicle build. But yeah, I would have liked to have gotten a proper Phoenix Temple, a more elaborate playset with more interior and whatnot. There is a very, very nice mock that someone built as an entry for the Chima Big Box. It's a really nice mock built on one of those base plates. So yeah, honestly, it would have been awesome to see a bit more representation for the Phoenix as like a playset, because again, I don't really count the Phoenix Temple that we got as a playset per se. Next up on this list, we have the Raven Junkyard. Now, I think the Raven Junkyard is kind of a weird one, because I kind of understand why LEGO didn't make it a set. It probably wouldn't have been the most interesting thing to make, but still, I think if we had gotten like a small side build in one of the sets that would have represented like a small market for Razor, for instance, I think, that would have been pretty cool. They could have maybe given us Regal and his alchemy shop. That would have been a nice little set or side build. But yeah, I did want to mention this one because the Ravens do not get a playset. Next up, we have the Beaver Dam, and the Beavers have some pretty nice fortifications that could have made for some nice sets, or even just side builds. It's the same case as the Raven Junkyard. I don't think the Beaver Dam would have made sense as its own set, but as a side build, most definitely. And of course, we only got one Beaver minifigure, which really sucks. It's also quite inaccurate, so it would have been really nice to, have had more representation for the Beaver tribe. Next up, we have the Wolf Camp, and it's really sad that we didn't get anything representing the Wolf Camp, at least a few tents or maybe some of their, walls and their gate. Yeah, it is quite sad. It would have been nice to have gotten the Mother Tooth, maybe. Honestly, out of all of these, I'm surprised the Wolves didn't get some little playset or some little base. I guess LEGO didn't think the material from the show would have been that interesting in set form. Who knows? But anyways, that would have been nice. And a little side note, I did want to mention the combat lair, Wars' combat lair. It looks very different in the show. It's a lot bigger and actually looks like a lair. It does have the same detachable vehicle, transforming feature, I guess. But it is a bit different, so I did want to quickly mention that. I think one of the most obvious vehicles that appears in the show that we never got as a set is the massive crocodile tank that Crominus and Crunkut use in the first episode. It's really a shame we didn't get this one, but I think LEGO had to choose between this tank and the command ship, and I think it was a no-brainer. They decided to go with the command ship because, it's a ship and it makes more sense for the swamp and the crocodiles. Still, it would have been really nice to have gotten the tank. Now then we have this small vehicle that the Lion Tribe uses. We see Lagravis and Laval use it. It's basically like a Speedor launcher and kind of enhances the protection that you would have with a Speedor. Now we kind of do see a rendition of this vehicle in King Crominus' Rescue, but it's so different in the set because it doesn't include a Speedor, and I think LEGO at this point did not want to include any more Speedors because in 2015, Chima pretty much stopped doing Speedors. So yeah, it's a bit of an interesting one. It's a smaller lion tank that we got with King Crominus' Rescue, but obviously in the show, it's supposed to be a Speedor launcher. And then there is this version of the Lion Tank, which seems to be exclusive to Lagravis. It's kind of his Royal Lion Fighter. Now, it does look like the set we got for Laval, but it is slightly different, which is why I figured I would mention it. It's, I guess, a bit more of an elite tank that Lagravis uses, since he's the king of the Lion Tribe. Now, I did want to quickly go over the Scorpion Cave, because the Scorpions did build a pretty cool-looking fortress in their caverns. We did get a playset for the Outland Tribes, which is, of course, Spinland's Cavern, which is a very nice set, but we didn't get, like, a fortress for the Scorpions. And I do feel like the Outland sets could have been better in the sense that we didn't get enough to represent that season. So getting a Scorpion Fortress with like some Scorpion soldiers would have been really awesome. And I do apologize, I wasn't able to get a very clear shot of the Scorpion Fortress. But yeah, if you guys rewatch the Outland season, you will see it, and it does look pretty cool. And as an honorable mention, I did want to bring up the Forever Rock. The Forever Rock is such an iconic location in Chima, and I think it would have been cool if we had gotten some form of this set, maybe with the last wave of the Fire and Ice sets, since, the main heroes do find one of the Fire Wing harnesses at the Forever Rock. It would have made sense if LEGO had included it in one of those sets, but sadly, we all know the last wave of Chima sets were incredibly rushed, so was the last season. So yeah, we unfortunately did not get a Forever Rock set, but I still wanted to mention it in this video. But anyways, guys, that's going to cover it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know down in the comments below which of these vehicles and locations that we never got as sets you would have liked to have seen the most. For me, it's most definitely Mount Cavora because it's such a crucial part of the Chima story. But again, I do apologize for the long wait. I know this video took a while to make, because my first video was quite a while ago. But yeah, nonetheless, hope you guys enjoyed, and I do want to give you guys a quick sneak peek. I've finished building a mock on Bricklink Studio. It's for the Eagle Spires, or the main Eagle Castle. It uses over 1,500 pieces, has some interior, and I'm very excited to share it with you guys. Unfortunately, I did lose the Brickling Studio file accidentally, so all I've got is the Brickling parts file, but my plan is to buy all the pieces, put the mock together, and then do a review for you guys. I don't know how long that'll take me, just because of the price of the pieces, and then how long it'll take me to build it. But yeah, I'll definitely keep you guys posted, hoping to release that video before the end of the year. But nonetheless, thanks for watching, guys, and stay legendary.